I just realized I had my sound turned off. For the first 20 minutes of this game, I didn't have any sound on. That's just great. That's just, well, how you doing, everybody? I was just talking to myself for the past 20 minutes. That was just wonderful. So I need to remember to check the sound. As I've been saying, we've been sitting here playing a NOS 9174, and for you, it's been in complete silence for the past, I don't know, what is this, 13, for the past 20 minutes or so. It's a good game. As you can see, visually it's a good game, and now you can hear that it's been a good game. I talked about a lot. I opened up really, really hard while I was on mute. I was just talking about things. I think I cried for a little bit, but you'll never be able to hear it. You'll never hear it. No, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know that the stream that I did today had no sound for the first 20 minutes. That's great. But as I was saying now, you might be able to hear my neighbors outside because they're having a party. And I was a little offended because I wasn't invited. And so there is a married couple that lives next to me. And it's, I guess he's a white American guy and a Latina woman who is, she is from Colombia. And so every time I try to talk Spanish to her, she speaks back to me in English. Actually, that's not true. She does speak Spanish to me. But they're having company over, and they were all speaking Spanish, and I tried to say something to them in Spanish, and, of course, they respond in English. All right. So going back to my plan, I could take this pawn here. But what does that get me? It doesn't really get me a bunch. I mean, it gets me a pawn. Big deal. Alternatively, I could check him again. That is a thought. I could check him, force him to the back rank. He would have to go here, actually. He has to go there. So let's ooh, wait a minute. I might have checkmate. If I force him here, his best move would be to block, honestly. Because if he does go to the back rank, that's checkmate. Yeah, that is checkmate. So his best move would be to guard with the rook or with the queen. Either way, I will probably just take this pawn here. Let's do that. Because he could just not see the checkmate. And let's keep our fingers crossed that he is going to go to e8. E8. Come on, Anas. And, you know, when I was in mute, I accurately guessed which flag this is. This is the flag of Syria, the wonderful country of Syria, to which I've never been. Maybe one day. Probably not, because it's really hot there, so I probably will never go there. All right, come on. Come on, Anas. You're going to do this. If he's taken this much time, and also 1200 is, it's not that you're not a pro at 1200, but you know some basics. You probably are pretty good at seeing checkmates. You're probably okay at seeing traps. And if he's taken this long to move, I suspect he probably sees the potential checkmate there, which means he's not going to move. He's not going to move to E8 like I'm hoping. If he doesn't, if he moves his rook up, as I suspect he will, I will just take this pawn. Now, another interesting move on his part, I just saw this for him, and that was the good move I was going to say. He protects the pawn, and yeah, all right, guard the queen. Make sure the queen's okay. Make sure you don't F up the queen. So I'm thinking about just moving her back to where she was. Is that where she was? Yeah, that's where she was. Let's just move her back. I mean, that's kind of the only option, kind of. Yeah, let's just move her back here. And I'm thinking maybe moving the bishop here with the thought of taking that pawn. All right. All right, let's move. Let's do that. We'll move the bishop. Let me make sure. I'm going to triple check that my queen's okay. She's not under any immediate threat. All right, I think that's a safe move. Move the bishop here, putting pressure on this pawn. He may do something like what? Like what? What might I should actually? You know what? I should have left the bishop there and moved the rook over. That's what I should have done. All right, so he's double protecting that. That's fine. I could be annoying. Move that back. What's he going to do? Move the queen back. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and reinforce my queen. Move the rook over to the D file. So I move the rook over here. No, not C, D. I move it over to D. This pawn is weak. I mean, he is attacking that pawn and can get that pawn. I'm not terribly concerned about it, but you know what? I should be. I think I should be. I will instead move my pawn up just to protect it. I feel like this is a bad move. I feel like when and if I do an analysis that it's going to tell me that was not a great move. Okay, this I don't understand. I do have an idea. Let's do this. Now I'm thinking about moving my queen somewhere safe, like, not there. Okay. My thought was I was hoping he wouldn't move that pawn. I was hoping to maybe move to take it, and then maybe he would recapture, which would pin his queen, but he didn't fall for that. I got to start paying attention to time. I don't have a ton of it left. Push up, push up. I don't know where that move came from. It was probably not the greatest of moves, but he's got to move this rook now. This combo right here, his bishop and his pawn, are really getting on my nerves. It's a good setup for him. Kudos to you and Nas9174, but it's really annoying to me. Okay, so that was a simple move. Again, I got to start paying more attention to time. I'm going to leave the bishop here for now. I'm thinking of just pushing up here. Nope, not a good idea. Maybe just pushing up here. Nope. If I move, whoa, no, 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 no. If I move my queen over here, he will just move his queen back. Shoosh, shoosh, shoosh. Not a good move. Really just a prophylactic move because I'm kind of out of ideas right now. And I'm pressed for time. So I'm not sure. Joe is in the house. Birdo Prey 5 saying Call of Duty is greater than chess. Well, Call of Duty does require less thought. So yes, there's that. Let me get my back scratcher out. Ah, that feels good. All right, let's see what we got. Anas9174. He's got a big time advantage right now. He's got like 7 minutes more than I do, and I am soon going to be under 10 minutes. I have got to be careful. He's got a good setup though. And what's interesting is like the setup doesn't look particularly impressive, but it's being quite annoying. So it's definitely getting the job done. I'm thinking about pushing up with this pawn next, which was probably stupid. I should have left this pawn here actually, and maybe actually just moved it up one and then pushed up. Because he could take. Oh no, he could. I was thinking if I push up, he could be brave and take with his queen, and then I take his queen, and then he takes here or he takes there, and then that would be a bad deal. So I don't like that. I need a plan. Let's flip the board while we're waiting. Let's flip the board. What has he got going on? So if I am him, I'm looking at this pawn right here, but that pawn's pretty well guarded. If I am him as well, I'm thinking about maybe pushing up here, trying to weaken this guy, trying to weaken the guard or the gate that I have guarding my king. I'm also thinking if I am him, I would probably want to move my rook. Maybe, I don't know if I'd want to line it up there. I might even start thinking about doubling up. Okay, so he moved his pawn. He's just pushing down. I'm not sure. If I push up, he takes. That's not a good deal. If I go up, no, not there. If I go up, he pushes up, and then we're in a locked. We're kind of locked there. I think I'm going to move my bishop here with the intent of pushing up here. No. No, I have an idea. I'm going to push him up. Eventually, I'm going to move my bishop here. If he pushes down, yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to move the bishop here next. All right, so he went ahead. That's good, though. That's actually a good thing. How is it a good thing, you ask? I got a plan. No, I really don't. I'm going to take with this guy. Probably move my rook up because this pawn is pinned. So he'll take. I'll take. Oh, maybe actually I'll just push up. Maybe he pushes down. All right, I don't have a ton of time left. I need to watch my time. All right, this is attacking this guy. I can capture safely now with the bishop. Hopefully, we will see. He can't take because the pawn is pinned. So there's that. And even if he captures with his rook, I can still take his rook because the pawn will still be pinned. Now he could move his king. All right, so he still cannot take. We are still even in material, which is impressive. He's offering a queen trade. I am not going for it. I'm thinking about going here. Then maybe I can get something going with this bishop. I'm not too worried. Ooh, 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 ooh. If he takes this, I got to be super careful. Yeah. So that's not checkmate. That's almost checkmate. All right, what can I get going here? If I go here, and he goes here, shoosh. Think about taking. He could move this bishop. He can move it here, maybe? I'm not sure what good that does, though. It doesn't do him a lot of good. All right, so I'm not sure what his plan is, but I'm sure he has one. But let's go ahead and do my plan. Whoa, whoa, where'd my mouse go? Threatening checkmate. Oh, this is intense. This is moving into the end game, I suppose. And I love end games. That's when all the drama happens. That's when the game really gets simplified. You start to lose pieces. It's usually, I like when I watch high level players play. Like the queens are usually gone in the middle game. I feel like it's a symptom of lower level players to do I want to move here? If I move there, he will have to move here. I move here. He will have to move there. Check. He has to move here. I move here. He guards. I move here. He moves there. He could move there. He can move here. Moves here. Oh, there's that. Threatening checkmate. I'm not sure. I mean, he could. Yeah, I was going to say he can move his queen back. That's about the only move he had, really. Curious to see how he responds to this. He's just going to move down. It would be great if he moved his queen over. Or his king. No, he can't move his queen. He has to move. He has to. Ooh, I figured he could do that. Threatening checkmate again. This should be checkmate. No, it won't be checkmate. Has to go here. I get the bishop. queen. Interesting move. I'm going to move my queen here, pin his queen. I got 2 minutes left. I think I can do this because the advantage is so strongly in my favor now that I should be able to do this. I'm not sure what he's going to do. I'm not sure what he could do, but I suspect he's just going to do some nonsensical move because he really doesn't have much else without losing a piece. I mean, he can move his queen here, but actually that would be a good move on his part. I love it when I'm right. But I'm still going to be able to do... Oh, nope, don't want to do that. I will take and then push down. The rook is pinned, so he can't do anything. He's not going to take my bishop. I mean, I guess that's something. Now he could take my rook. I'll just take it. He's either losing a rook or a queen. I'm going to go here. My next move. That might be checkmate. I think that's checkmate. He could take my bishop with his queen, but then he loses the queen. That's not... Okay, so he's saved himself checkmate, but not for long, I don't think. He's going to try and run me out of time. And he resigned because, yeah, at that point he had no choice, because if he went here, which was the only valid move he had, because wait a minute, if he went there, I saw it like right before he resigned. He couldn't go here because that's check. There's check. No, wait. That's check. That's check. That's check. The only valid move he had was moving the queen there, in which case I would have just captured, and then that would have been checkmate. Yes! I pulled that off with 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Yeah. Oh man, that was a good game. That was good. That was woo. I am 1195. I am 5 points away from 1200 again. I am 5 points away from being in 1200. He dropped to 1191. So I actually kicked him out of the 1200. Sorry, Anas 9174. I had 4 mistakes, 3 blunders, and actually let's call that 4 blunders because I didn't have the sound turned on for the first 20 minutes of the video. Let's see if I can do an analysis. I just want to get the grades. I like looking at the grades, details, and I can never find where it is. Analysis, game report. Why is it so hard to find? I just new games. No. Analysis. I think it takes a second to do the analysis, and then moments report. All right, so I had a 79.9%. That is almost a B. I think most teachers really would just go ahead and round that up to a B. You might have the stickler teacher that's really anal about, like, oh no, it's 79.9. It's actually just a C. You're not gonna. So, but most teachers, I think, would round it up to a B. He had a 56.8, so he got a failing grade essentially. So for all intents and purposes, I should have won that game, and of course I did. We had nobody had a brilliant move. I think I've only ever had one brilliant move in the entire history of playing on chess.com. 27 best moves, 6 excellent moves. I had 4 inaccuracies, 7 mistakes, and 2 blunders. Let's check out the blunders. So he's saying question mark. Question mark is what did I do? I moved my. He's saying I should have moved here. No, well, that's a good point. That is a good point. I mean, that would have blocked it as well. All right, and then well, what was the other blunder? Can I see the other blunder? Phone blunder. I don't know. Everything changed. I can't find anything on here. But the point is I won the game. I am back at 1195. So join me tomorrow where hopefully I will get back over that 1200 mark, fingers crossed, and hopefully I will stay there. I would like to see, I was actually looking through my old videos and I saw that I was all happy when I got to 1,000 and then I was really happy when I got to 1,100. So I am making progress, just very slow progress. But you know what? It's a what is it? It's a sprint. No, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Or is it? It's a sprint, not a marathon. Either way, well, no, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we're in this for the long haul. And thank you for joining me. Be sure to click and subscribe and check back, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Take care.